Who painted this? This is awful. Oh, yeah. It was me. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Something a little bit different today. I received in the post a big box of models from when I was a kid. They've been in storage in various places over the last couple of years, but I managed to finally get those models into the same place where I am, and I had loads of fun going through all of that. I found a load of infantry for MESPG from when I was a kid. There's obviously a lot more than this, but these are the ones we're going to be working on today. I've got some Uruk-hai that have been in my collection probably since that sprue came out in, 2002, when the Two Towers came out? Now, I'll be honest, when I was a kid, I was not a great or particularly enthusiastic painter, so they're not great. It's a bit of a salvage job, but I'm going to try and, as much as possible, keep the original scheme that I had when I was a kid and just kind of update it a bit now that I've got maybe a little bit better with a paintbrush and I know a few more techniques and have a few more tools at my disposal. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and if you enjoy this type of thing, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, hit the thumbs up. What was your first model when you guys were younger? And do you still have it in your collection? And how is the paint job on it? Let me know down below.
As you can see, quite a few of these guys have been slathered in chainmail, and even a few of them have got the traditional goblin green bases. My brushwork wasn't as bad actually as I was expecting, which did make me feel more happy about keeping the scheme roughly as it was and just basically tidying these up rather than requiring them to be stripped and starting from scratch. I always think it's not really a salvage job if you're just stripping a model and painting it from scratch. You're just painting a new model, but that's just me. I think almost everyone who collected Warhammer in the early 2000s probably has some of these guys kicking around in a cupboard somewhere. I believe they are the most produced or the most bought or the most popular whatever sprue that Games Workshop have ever made, which kind of makes sense when you think about how popular Lord of the Rings was at the time, and the fact that these guys have been the same Uruk-hai models pretty much for, 22 years or something now? When it came to painting, nothing too fancy with these guys. I just wanted to get them to a state where I was happy to put them on the tabletop and not completely embarrassed by what my 10-year-old self had managed to achieve on these models. I rejected my early painting tools. I didn't use really any Citadel paints on this apart from the wash. And I got stuck into the Vallejo model color range. For the Uruk's flesh, I used their saddle brown. And then for the leather and pikes, I went with the Vallejo black. And then finally on the hair, I used the Vallejo buff, I think it's called. For the armor, actually I had painted most of the armor at least some kind of silver. So all I needed to do was go and tidy that up a little bit with their dark aluminium, again from Vallejo. The Vallejo Metallics, I think I've spoken about them a few times on this channel, are revolutionary. Even if you don't use any of their other paints, I would suggest picking up some of their metallic paints. They are brilliant. Once those were all dry, I just slapped Nuln Oil over the whole thing. I didn't even go back and highlight anything. I just wanted to leave these guys dark and grubby. Basing wise, I got out my tub of dried tea that I used on the Stormcast and just stuck some tufts on top of that. I kind of wanted to go for a sort of Helm's DP vibe, but to be honest, I just wanted to do something again nice and simple so I could get these guys on the tabletop. Given the fact I probably only spent about 2-3 hours salvaging these guys, if that, I'm pretty pleased with the results. They're not going to win any awards at events, but I'm at least not ashamed of them now. And hopefully this has inspired you guys to go and maybe salvage some of your own models that you painted when you were a kid. You don't need to throw them out, you don't need to sell them, you can save a bit of money and just get your paints out and try and get them back on the tabletop. If you enjoyed this one, please hit the subscribe button. I know I'm a tiny channel, so any growth is massive to me. And yeah, leave a comment down below about your first models and whether you're happy with how they turned out or not. I think probably most of us have improved since we painted our first models. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. Bye!